are in danger, and it's all because of the decision of an all-powerful force. Oftentimes throughout history, our governments and giant corporations that control our countries make decisions that they believe are in the best interests of the public. And many of these decisions that they have made in the past, we found out many years later that they were in fact terrible decisions, harmful decisions. And let's be honest, they probably never did actually have our best interests in mind. We may see over the next few years a lot of giant organisations, and we've seen this with organisations like Disney, they start to make decisions that actually affect their bottom line, make less money, hurt them financially, and they do this because they are scared. Because they're bringing in new employees through that have been trained in a certain way, indoctrinated into a way of thinking, and that way of thinking doesn't translate to the real world. It makes sense in universities, but it makes no sense in the business world. Now, when these people find themselves in places of power, be that in a giant organisation or a government, will suffer. They bring harmful ideas, even though they think they might be doing something nice. And that's what I think this is. YouTube to restrict teenagers' exposure to videos about weight and fitness.
Huh. Let's look back. Let's take a look.
Fantastic. Yeah, show. YouTube.
So, platform will ensure algorithms do not keep pushing similar content to young viewers, even though it does not breach guidelines. Huh. It's somebody from that colorful community.
To restrict teenagers' exposure to videos about weight and fitness. Interesting. In a world where everyone seems to turn to YouTube, to Google, to TikTok, to Instagram to find out how to do new things or learn a new skill, it seems a bit insane that they would restrict content that is
helping people.
Healthy. Particularly in a world where 1/5 of every child is obese. Not just overweight, but obese. That's 15 million kids.
The problem of childhood obesity in the United States has grown considerably in recent years. Approximately 14.7 million or 19.7% of children and adolescents are obese. Like, yo, imagine you being between ages, probably, let's say 4 to 18 or 4 to 17. And 20% of that minority or of that, what did they call it again? Is it marginalized group or something? But let's say that group, 20% of them are obese. And guess what? We're not even looking at persons from the ages of 18 to, let's say, 35. Come on. Obesity is a complex medical condition and it is difficult to treat. Overweight children are much more likely to become overweight adults. No shit, Sherlock. And obesity can lead to diabetes, heart disease. Basically, it's not good for you. It makes you sick and it just gives you a bunch of complications. Anyways, given these challenges, everyone, including doctors and families, wants to find ways to better help children and adolescents who live with obesity. I mean, all you gotta do is just change your diet and be more active. But apparently that's a problem now.
Kids in America, 15 million. They are obese now and they will probably stay obese for the rest of their lives, and then they will unfortunately teach their children how to eat like them, and those kids will be fat fucks and so on and so forth. They have grown up overeating and under-exercising, eating too many refined carbs, too much sugar, too many calories, and no one has been able to intervene. No one has given them the knowledge that they can use to make themselves healthy. But here's a question. Where's the parents in all of this? Well, some parents don't know shit either. And that's where YouTube comes in. A lot of people are self-taught through YouTube, through listening to people explain how things work. So if you all of a sudden pull that resource from children's minds, from teenagers' minds. We're talking about teenagers here. A lot of kids are going to suffer, and a lot of kids will never turn their lives around. This is just another example of giants trying to control the little guy, in this case, kids. Why? For fucking...
I mean, those of us who are smart, who are like logical thinkers, who think outside of the norm or what is considered the norm, I mean, we know this. Like, big companies, organizations, corporations, like every one of them are pushing the same agenda. Like, if you take a good look at the ingredients that are in all of our popular foods, you'll see that at least 40% of the ingredients in those foods are chemicals. And if you do research on what those chemicals do, they're harmful to your body. Some of them are growth hormones. Some of them trigger specific illnesses, we will not say, but you guys get the idea. So, them doing all of this, it just shows us what their true agenda is. Like, how could you have like almost half of your country being obese? Or I think it has passed half, but let's just say you have half of your country obese. But guess what? You're gonna tell your people that, oh, learning how to be active and stay in shape is a bad thing. It takes away from your life, and it teaches you how to be toxic. What do they want to say? What, toxic masculinity or toxic femininity? But they'll come with some crap, bro. I'm just trying to just paint that picture a bit clearer in your brain so you understand our perspective. But
why? I understand the idea. They're thinking that, no, this is going to promote eating disorders and this is going to promote sickness and mental health issues, and kids are never going to be happy with their body. Well, sorry, 15 million kids are obese and they shouldn't be happy with their body. Something needs to be done. On the topic of controlling the little guy, in my home country of Australia right now, we are witnessing some horrific attacks on free speech. And I'll get back to the YouTube fitness conversation in just a moment, but you need to know about this. Australia threatens to fine for social media giants enabling misinformation. Now, to see that headline right there.
Like, I'm glad, well, I can relate to that personally, because I remember, I think it was earlier this year, one of my videos of Isaac got taken down from Facebook saying that I was promoting harmful content and I think misinformation. And I was like, what misinformation? Because that clip was that clip was about vegan booty. I don't know if you guys know her, but if you watch the channel, then you know who she is. It was about her, and essentially she was just harassing a guy who was fishing on the beach with his kid. So, what information am I like? I don't even know what to say. But where is the misinformation? I don't get it. But I'm just saying they do things like this to silence people that are like exposing stuff or telling the truth or whatnot. They do these type of things to silence people because they have their own agenda, and if you go against that, then you're the enemy. So, yeah.
Your average Joe, think your aunt. She probably thinks that's an amazing headline. Like, yes, they should absolutely go after misinformation and disinformation. Those naughty people out there putting out misinformation. But listen up, auntie, you fucking idiot. Who controls what the narrative is? Who tells you what is and what isn't misinformation? If you look into it for more than 3 seconds, you realise this is a very bad thing. Think back 4 long years ago to things that were once misinformation and are now solid scientific fact.
Facts,
Australia said
right.
it will fine internet platforms up to 5% of their global revenue. Good luck doing that, dickheads, for failing to prevent the spread of misinformation online. Joining a worldwide push,
I think that's a
so many
bit
conspiratorial
ambitious.
thoughts, to rein in borderless tech giants, but angering free speech advocates. Our government here, my government, is losing their fucking minds. Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister here, he's the guy who went out and said, no, stop making memes about me. He was talking about this. When people are not able to afford their home loan payments, when they can't afford groceries, they can't afford fuel for their car, he was on TV for a solid week complaining about people making memes about him. Like, this bloke has just lost his fucking mind.
Hey,
There's so
we don't
many
have any
more
more
important things going in the world than
serious
people making
issues,
memes
so-
about you, Anthony, you fucking twat. Even me saying that, who knows if this video will be able to be seen by Australians. And who the fuck does he think he is, fining the world? You can't control what other companies do all around the world, Albo, you goose.
that's a bit
The government said
ambitious
it would
even
make
for
tech
him.
platforms set codes of conduct governing how they stop dangerous falsehoods spreading to be approved by a regulator. Well, who chooses this all-powerful?
You know, the crazy thing is they want to silence people for speaking about factual topics or sharing factual information. But why not target the prostitutes? Why is nothing being said about people online that are openly doing prostitution? Why is prostitution legal online, but you want to say that it is it's illegal in real life, right? Like, how does that make sense? Like, essentially, OnlyFans is prostitution, but with extra steps. It's legal to do it, but if you go on the street and you try to, catch a client or whatever, you're gonna get locked up. It's illegal. So I don't understand. It's only allowed when those people benefit, because obviously OnlyFans owner gets a cut out of every transaction. So it's only legal when you do it through their process, but it's illegal when you do it on your own. Like, why not ban porn? Because you have different types of porn: your hardcore, softcore, and I don't know. Anyways, yeah, like, because most of the content that you see online these days includes soft pornography. So why not ban that? Because that type of content is like extremely harmful, especially to kids, especially the ones these days, because they are exposed from a early age. So a lot of things they know about, but they don't really understand it because they don't have the experience, which is what really separates, the adults from the children. However, it doesn't change the fact that it alters their perspective or their perception of how relationships are, of how they should be approaching sex, of how they should be, just treating each other, both women and men. Why don't you try to fix that? But instead you want to target people that's just, exercising their free will to just share their opinion on the internet.
Regulator. In what world does that not scream alarm bells to you? Anyway, fuck, that's madness. But back to the hungry fat kids. YouTube is to stop recommending videos to teenagers that idealize specific fitness levels.
Body weights.
Yeah, that's terrible. Body weights or physical features. After experts warn such content could be harmful if viewed repeatedly.
And I just thought of something else. Why didn't anybody say anything to the Kardashians when they were promoting BBLs and all different type of surgery? Why wasn't anyone targeting type of content that made or contributed to women feeling insecure about their bodies? What about the type of content that promotes drawing a whole different face rather than taking care of your natural looks. I mean, isn't that related in some contexts? Like, to me it is, because the fitness is like a natural way of staying healthy and getting fit, getting ripped, right? And like practicing like natural skincare and routine or whatever, it's essentially the same niche. So why don't you try to go and sue those cosmetic, yeah, those cosmetic companies, because they're doing more harm, especially the women.
Or it could change your life and sort your shit out. But yeah, you're still recommending fucking Nikocado avocado videos of
Right.
him gorging
For people
himself
to go
almost to
do
death
mukbang
and
and all
then
of that.
pumping himself possibly full of Ozempic for a year and then it's all cool. Fuck off. That's ridiculous. If kids are watching YouTube videos about how to go to the gym, how to train chest, how to do a push, pull, leg split, like if that's what they're trying to learn, then that is good.
Right.
If they're learning how to bring up your dinner last night because you ate too many calories and vomited out, like that's obviously not good. How to have an eating disorder, that's not good. But that's
Right.
not what we're talking about here. We are in a world right now where body positivity and fat positivity is recommended, but fitness isn't. That's fucking... We
That's
aren't
wild.
taught shit about nutrition
the
in
least.
schools. Our doctors don't know what they're talking about when we go in for a checkup and they talk about our nutrition. I didn't hear about calories in or calories out until I saw it on YouTube when I was probably in my 20s. We didn't learn about this shit at school, when we definitely should have. Importantly, the platform will still allow 13 to 17-year-olds to view the videos. Well, I'm glad you didn't ban them.
But
its
algorithms won't push
algorithms will
them.
not push young users down related content rabbit holes
So
afterwards. Yes.
essentially, what they're saying is, oh, if they stumble on a video, they'll be able to watch it. They won't be banned. But yeah, we're just not gonna show it to them, no matter how many different types of creators they watch that creates that type of content. It says a lot, bro. Like, to a lot of people, this may be simple to them. A lot of people, it may go over their head. But when you look at it and you think about the long-term effects of what this can do, because I'm telling you straight up, like, living a healthy lifestyle and going into fitness, it has so many benefits. It does so much for you. Like improving your physique, for one, improves your self-confidence. It boosts your self-esteem. It makes you look better, bro, and it makes you feel better. Exercising by itself naturally boosts your energy levels in the morning or even throughout your entire day. So, just by looking at those benefits, why would you want to deprive young people of that? They should be learning from that age how to take care of themselves, the do's and don'ts, and how to stay in shape. What's so wrong about that?
We would hate to learn more. And I guess that brings up a question. Is a rabbit hole necessarily a bad thing? Like if you're very interested in ancient Egypt and you get sent down a YouTube rabbit hole, like is that a bad thing? And at what point do you discover that they were built by aliens? I guess that's an important question. But what about other people, successful people? Look at the fitness
Bruh.
industry, Chris Bumstead, okay, Larry Wheels. Would they have ever been or gotten to the position that they're in now with these amazing physiques without
No.
steroid? And when you compare that to people of yesteryear, like I think Arnold Schwarzenegger, he denied it for years, and WWF superstars from back in the 90s, they denied it. Is that not more harmful? Teaching kids that yes, you can get to this level. You can, if you just eat your veggies every night, you can look like
Right.
me. You can look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Now
Bullshit.
that is
All right?
misinformation.
That's bullshit. But there's nothing stopping you from being a healthy person, a fit person, a strong person, and perhaps a YouTube rabbit hole on how to train is a fucking good thing. YouTube's global head of health, Dr. Garth Graham,
I bet
two
that
first names, you
person's-
can't trust him, said as a team is developing thoughts about who they are and their own standards for themselves, repeated consumption of content featuring idealized standards. Interesting. So who sets the standards? Is it, society, or is it just fucking humankind that finds fit people attractive, or is the society being fat phobic? That starts to shape an unrealistic internal standard, could lead to some form of negative beliefs about themselves. Yeah, well, maybe some people need that. Don't get me wrong.
I like Isaac said earlier with people doing mukbangs and stuff like that. What about the people who idolize being fat, idolize being obese, promote to be obese? What about them type of people? I mean, we went over a brief amount of the effects that being obese or overweight does to you, right? So why isn't that a problem? Like, why is that not discussed? But you want to put a stop to content that helps people turn around their lives, go through heartbreaks, go through depression. Bruh, yo, if you are still blind to all of this, then you need to get your head checked if you still haven't realized what these governments are doing to us.
I understand where you're coming from. You don't want people hating their bodies. But when they're trying to... Look at Jeff Nippard, right? If a 14-year-old stumbles across Jeff Nippard when he's 14 years old, by the time he's 18, he's learnt more about bodybuilding and more about the body than any other kid his age if they don't stumble across Jeff Nippard. So would you not feed them that content? That's fucking just ridiculous. I see what they're trying to do, but their focus is in the wrong place. We should be pushing this content up, not holding it down. We should be trying to get kids out there, healthy, in the gym, training, eating well.
Because kids don't even play outside no more.
In the UK and around the world apply to content that idealises some physical features over others, such as beauty routines to make your nose look slimmer. Well, if you've got a big fuck-off nose, maybe you need to figure out how to hide that big honker. Idealises fitness or body weights, such as exercise routines that encourage pursuing a certain look. Yeah, this is all fucking stupid. Or encourages social aggression, such as physical intimidation. I don't know why that bit's in there. What social aggression and physical intimidation have to do with any of this? I have no idea. Here's a question. What's more harmful? 100 hours of video content on how to set up the perfect gym split or eat a certain amount of calories a day, in comparison to 100 hours of video game videos or commentary. Or 100 hours of my videos. That's pretty harmful, actually. That's a bad example. Or 100 hours of mukbangs. What's more harmful to young people? I'd say the overeating, by far. I'd probably say even the video games. That's not getting people out there and running around and enjoying themselves and developing a cardiovascular system that will rival generations past. That's not happening at all. A survey in the Good Child Report showed that nearly 1 in 4 girls in the UK were dissatisfied with their appearance. Yeah, it should be more. Most people are fuck ugly. Jesus Christ. I caught a glimpse of myself the other day. It had been a big day. We're moving. If you haven't noticed, the studio's looking a bit bare. We're moving. I look so atrocious. I was like, it is.
And by the way, for those who are watching and don't know Isaac, he has all right to talk like this because he was once obese, he was once overweight, and he decided to make a change and, live a healthier lifestyle. So he has that right to really, speak on topics like this. For me, I've always been slim. Like, it's just about the last year and a half I really started to take my mass seriously and just got bigger. I really don't see my body size, but persons that I've run into, like that I know for a while, that knew me before this transformation, they say, yo. But anyway, it's not about me.
A miracle that I am married. Absolute fucking miracle, all right? Maybe I need a beauty tutorial on how to hide fucking these wrinkles and this fucking massive fucking receding hairline I allegedly have. But ladies and gentlemen, this is real life. Some people are born more attractive than others, and some of us want to just figure out a way to be not fuck ugly. Right. So maybe we should go down those rabbit holes. Go down those rabbit holes and live there for a while, because we're too fucking ugly for sunlight. We should all, as a society, as the world's society, be encouraging young people to get out, be fit, have fun, enjoy themselves, and enjoy their young, fucking, not in pain bodies. I'm 31 now. My knees feel like shit, all right? At 40, I'm going to be the most crippled of all time. So if you're out there and you are 15 years old and you want to go down a YouTube rabbit hole on how to fucking squat, go and do it. Go and enjoy yourself. Or how to run a marathon, go and do it. But just know, when you're 31, it's gonna fucking hurt, but it's worth it.
Yo, so yeah, I definitely agree, man. Like, free up the type of content, bro, because there are a lot more harmful content out there that you guys should be focused on rather than fitness content that is really helping people. Like, it's not even fitness content that has people not liking their bodies. It's the social standards of, what society establishes for you to look like. That is the problem, not someone wanting to get into fitness or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's say for women beauty standards, okay, BBL, liposuction, implants, Botox, lashes, makeup, wig. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that standard that society has established that really pushes people to really go over the edge in that department when they just feel like they hate themselves. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions.